Good day, all of you. This is your tutor Sam, IELTS Test Prep channel. Here, the purpose of today's video is to give you specialized attention into solving true, false, not given. Usually, some of my candidates struggle with not given and false, this difference. This video, I'm only going to make IELTS reading strategies for true, false, not given. And once you understand this, you can solve yes, no, not given as well. Now let's go into the question type. Before I start, I'll give you a quick idea into the true, false, not given question type. As you can see here, identification of the factual information is true. So if the question is completely paraphrased within the passage or just it's rewritten without the idea getting changed, that is true. False will be a contradiction of the question. Contradiction means complete opposites, or sometimes wrong information will be given. Now that will be false. Not given will be either the entire question is not at all found in the passage, completely random, out of topic, out of syllabus, that will be not given. Or sometimes to confuse you, the IELTS question paper makers, what they do, first half of the question will be true and the second half of the question will be false. And they make their not given that way. So some of you will be confused or you will be spending more time there. So here, I'm going to solve true, false, not given from a passage from a general book. So you will clearly understand the criteria here. Now let's go to the next slide. Okay. As all of you can see, here there is a certain question and we are going to solve true, false, not given. Yes. On the left hand side, you can see the passage. On the right hand side, you can see the question. Okay. Now let's start with the first question. Before that, take half a minute to read the instructions first. These are the questions 1 to 6. True if the statement agrees with the information. False if the statement contradicts with the information in the passage. And not given if there is no information, or like I told you, to confuse you, the question paper makers will make the first half of the question as true and the second half of the question as not given sometimes. Now, let's go and start solving. Read the first question. More children are injured when walking or cycling to school than when traveling by car. So first, let's highlight a couple of things. So more children are injured when walking or cycling to school than when traveling by car. Okay. So the question number 1 is talking about children getting injured compared to walking or cycling by car. Let's go and start solving. Now, true, false, not given also will always be in an order. That means the first answer will be somewhere in the first paragraph. The sixth answer will be somewhere at the end. Okay. It will always be in an order. Let's go. Over the last 20 years, number of school children driven to school in England has doubled. Okay. National data suggest 1 in 5 cars on the road at 8:50 a.m. is engaged in the school run. Okay. Children are subjected up to 3.9 times more pollution in that car that is standing in traffic than when walking or cycling to school. Okay. We have our keyword here, walking. So this line should give away the answer, but let's get the clarity first. More children are injured when walking or cycling to school than when traveling by car. The passage is saying children are subjected to 3.9 times more pollution in a car that is standing in traffic than when walking or cycling to school. Reducing cars around school makes them safer places and walking and cycling are better for health. Okay, all that is fine. Nowhere in the passage it is written more children are injured when walking or cycling to school compared to those when traveling by car. Now this is entirely not given. You have to mark this as not given. Confidently, first one, mark it as not given. Okay. Let's go to the second one. Okay. Children who are driven to school are more ready to learn than those who walk or cycle. Children who are driven to school means going by car, they are more ready to learn compared to those who walk or cycle. Definitely answer should be in the second, that is the below line. Reducing car around schools make them safer places, and walking and cycling are better for health and the environment. It has been noted by teachers that children engaging in active travel arrive at school more alert and ready to learn. Okay. Case here, see this line. Teachers have noted that children engaging in active travel. Active travel is the synonym of walking and cycling. So those who are walking and cycling are more alert and ready to learn. But question is saying children who are driven to school are more alert and ready to learn. This is a very good example of contradiction, opposite information. Answer is false. Perfect. Third one, every year the council gathers information about travel to schools. Let's go to the second paragraph. As this paragraph, we already finished the two questions and it's over as well. So council is here, keyword is here. So our location also should be here. The council is gathering information about travel to school. The county council has a strong commitment to supporting and promoting sustainable school travel. We collect data annually about how pupils get to school, and our report on the sustainable school travel strategy sets out so and so. So the council is collecting information. If you see here, council is collecting data annually on how pupils get to school. The question is talking about every year the council gathers information about travels to school. Yes, that is true. It's a statement that is agreeing to the passage. So mark it as true. Next one, the council is disappointed with the small reduction in the number of cars taking children to school. Let's go to the second line. So they have decided and achieved far and what we intend to do in the future. Different parts of the county council are working together to address the actions identified in the strategy. And we are proud that we have been able to reduce the number of cars on a daily school run by an average of 1%. Here, the council, they have taken action and they are proud that they have been able to reduce the number of cars on a daily basis by 1%. Now, this is what is the matter in the paragraph. Question is saying the council is disappointed with the small reduction in the number of cars. No, they are not disappointed. They are proud. And again, it is a contradiction. So answer will be false for the fourth one as well. Do remember in the previous video itself, I told you, whenever you get true, false, not given, general candidates, all three options will be given. It will never be true, 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 false, false, false. It will never be like that. It will be a mix of all three for sure. That is the pattern in your IELTS exam. Okay, let's take the pen tool. Next. So first one not given, second one false, third one true, fourth one false. Fifth one, the number of children in schools has risen in recent years. So number of children in schools has risen in recent years. Let's go back. Let's continue. The 1% of cars have been reduced and council is proud of it in the last 3 years, which is equivalent to taking approximately 175 cars off the road annually, despite an increase in pupil numbers. So pupil numbers has increased over the period. The number of children in schools has risen in recent years. Both are synonyms. The correct answer is true. Fifth one is true. And last one, parents can get help with paying for their children to travel to school by public transport. See, question is saying parents can get help, looks more like financial help, but let's not assume. Parents can get help with paying, yes, financial help for their children to travel to school by public transport. Okay. should be in the last paragraph, because IELTS will make sure you touch every paragraph. All schools have a school travel plan and sets out how the school and the council can collaborate to help reduce travel to school by car and encourage use of public transport. Okay, so the school travel plan is basically encouraging traveling by public transport. That is the inference from these 3 lines. Contact your school to find out what they are doing as part of their school travel plan. Okay, let's highlight that. To help you get your child to school in a sustainable, safe way. Parents can contact the school to help their children travel by public transport, but nowhere it is written they can get help paying for their children to get transportation to school. Confirmed, this answer is not given. So let mark it as not given. So for sure, first one and sixth one will be not given. The second one false, fourth one false, 3 and 5 true. Not given, false, true, not given. I think now all of you should have a basic idea on how this works. Not given, false, true, not given. This is how you have to solve even in your exam. And all of you use the same strategy to solve yes, no, and not given as well. Very same solving methodology you use and you'll get your answers correct. Let me give you a quick idea into not given again. The first question is not given because nowhere in the passage it is told that children are getting injured when walking or cycling to school, hence not given. The sixth question is not given again because nowhere in the paragraph it is told that parents can get financial help. Parents can get financial help for letting their children travel to school. Okay. Now let's go to the next slide and check our answer keys. Not given, false, true, not given. These are the answers. Hope all of you got a good idea into solving true, false, not given. I am going to make individual videos for every question type like this. See you in the next video. This is Prep Master IELTS, your YouTube channel, your tutor Sam, and signing off.